Hello and welcome to Board Stupid. My name's Wayne.
And I'm Matt.
And have you ever tried to review a board game?
It's hard, isn't it?
Turns out it's pretty hard. And there are loads of different ways to review board games, Matt.
Yes.
And in this video, we really want to dig into that process a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we've had a lot of conversations recently about how we do it.
Yeah, we did, because so far we had very much a way of reviewing games that we're gonna speak about it in a second, and but we are probably gonna move to something else to make it a little bit more modern or adjusted to the present day and what this channel is becoming a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. We're definitely going to be doing that. So we're going to talk about how to review a board game and how we're going to review a board game and the problems that we actually find with some of the other different rating systems.
Yeah.
And why they don't necessarily work for us, I think.
Absolutely.
So if you want to stick around and listen to that conversation, a good thing that you should probably do
is hit the subscribe button. First of all, hit that subscribe button, because it really helps us as a channel and you, so you can get a notification every time we get you a new video.
Every time we create content for you.
Yeah, and also just to remind you that if you click the Into the EM link down in the description, you get 10% discount on top of any other discounts that you can find for some amazing graphic tees and some very nice outdoor wearing, and they got a lot of very good stuff. To check their website because it's very good, so you can treat yourself.
Reignite your wardrobe with our special link. Now, Matt, let's talk about board game review.
Yeah, let's start this episode.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start talking a little bit of how we did reviews so far for the games. So, Wayne, since we started the channel, even before starting the channel, we had this 1 to 5 rating for reviewing board games. And that's always been like our ethos, our motto, that we love games, and the point was like, we only want to play awesome games.
That's it. Well, that was always the ethos, was like, we're going to play awesome games and talk about them.
Yes, exactly.
That's it.
And so that's why all the videos that you can find on the on our playlist, on the channels, they've always been like about games that we love, we loved, or we think that they're really good. So every top 5 or top 10 selection, or every recommended, or even the reviews.
Even the reviews.
It's always been like games that we love and we want to talk to you about it.
Absolutely. So,
however,
so with that 5-point scale, Matt, we kind of got to a point where we're never using the entirety of the scale.
It's always the worst.
4 or 5.
The worst is at 3. I can't remember which one we scored, like 3.5. That is. Should we go through our ideas? So starting from let's go 5 out of 5 and scale it down.
Yeah. So 5 out of 5 in the original scale is we recommend you buy this game.
Yeah.
It's a recommendation to buy.
It's a game that you should have.
You should definitely have the game.
Yeah.
A 4 out of 5 game was a game you should play, a game to try.
Probably.
And also, you'd ask to play it.
Yeah.
You might not buy it. But
exactly. You might not want it in your collection, but it's a 4 out of 5. It's a game that every time it's going to be on the table, you'll be super happy to play. Yeah. Or you're going to ask, can we play that game?
Can we play that game?
Yeah.
If you don't own it, you might. Yeah, exactly. But 3 out of 5, I think we said, was you wouldn't buy it, and you wouldn't necessarily ask to play it.
Well, if it's there, you give it a go.
Give it a go and you play it. If someone really wants to play it, but do you know what?
Yeah, why not?
I'm happy to play that.
Or it's one of those games that you want to play every now and then.
Every now and then.
You're still going to have fun playing it, but it's not entirely for you. Might be because the genre is not for you. Might be the theme is not for you. But they're still solid, good games.
Exactly. A solid game, I think we said.
It's a solid game.
A solid game. A 2, I think we described as a game that you would only play in certain situations. It might have lots of flaws, You might not even necessarily like it that much, but you
Yeah.
would play it under certain scenarios.
Yeah, it's like if you force me to play it, I'll play
I'll
it.
play it.
I would not leave the party. But yeah, it's one of those. Talking about parties, it's gonna be I don't know, one of those party games that you're not gonna ask to play it,
Yeah.
but in a party mood, you might have a lot of fun playing it.
might
But
have a lot of fun.
in general, it's not gonna be your pick.
You never, outside of that, you'd never recommend
Yeah.
it, you'd never ask for it,
No,
you'd never
it's just
buy
like,
it,
yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah, exactly. And at 1, we basically just put the words, have you got anything else?
Yes, it is literally like,
I don't want to play that.
oh wait, let's play this. And Wayne's gonna be like, do
you have something else? Right?
Yeah, but for that to be a 1 for us, the idea was the game is so bad in terms of like, I don't know, rules, or it's messy, or
Unfun.
Unfun, because there are games that are unfun.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Unfortunately,
Plenty of games that are fun, yeah, absolutely.
So again, this was our general view of the game, this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But again, since we started this channel, we always started doing, okay, well, let's talk about Root. Root, we both love it. Of course, it's a 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Heat. Heat, we both love it.
That's
It's,
5
of course,
out.
it's out of 5. Luckily, thanks to you guys, the channel went from last October, November 2023 to today, August 24, from
Basically nothing to nearly 2,000.
From 0 to almost 2,000 subscribers. I still don't know
amazing,
how
right?
it happened.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. And we started being approached by more than one publisher or designer to start reviewing their games. We had so far a lot of like publisher or designer that we absolutely adore, and we were more than happy to work with, and just to get a review copy. Again, we do not take any money out of it. That's how we do it. But we've been very happy to play their games and to review their games. But in the last few months, due to this, like the growth of the channel, and people started recognizing my ugly face or the beautiful face Wayne, we started getting approached by publisher that we were not familiar with.
Yeah.
Or we've been started asking to be to review games that we didn't really had on our radar,
Or hadn't heard of at all in some cases. Yeah.
and some of them are good.
Yeah.
Some of them are not for us.
Precisely that. And it's got to a point now where we think we should probably start covering more games that just aren't for us, because we've already spent the effort in that way playing the games.
Yes.
Right. And so the additional input of then doing a video review for you, I think is more useful than not. We always were under the original ethos of we don't want to do it because it's additional energy on things that we don't want to spend energy on. Right.
Again, we're not doing this as a job. This is a side hustle for us. We take away time from our partners. We take away time
our
from
other hobbies and all
from
sorts,
doing
from
other
playing
stuff,
games together.
from playing games. But this we really like doing it.
We do love it.
Of course,
Otherwise
we put time in it, and we always found that it's like, oh, do we really need to spend now like an hour setting up and recording and editing a video about a game that we didn't like?
Yeah.
Before it's always been like, no.
No.
Before it's always been like, no, I don't. I think it's a waste of everybody's time.
Yeah.
But again, we are not even close to bigger channel as channels that we always watch. Like,
Yeah, we're not like Shut Up and Sit Down or
I wish.
love those guys, by the way.
But if you guys are watching it, hey,
Love you guys.
Can I get an autograph? Next
Yeah. Or the Dice Tower.
Or the Dice Tower,
those
of
amazing,
course,
or
or
Board Game Hangovers, another
yeah, or
all those
King of
great
Average. Like you got so many big channels. We're not even close to that. However, we started seeing that we might need to review how we review in board games, because
if we're being sent stuff by publishers under the faith that we might look at that stuff, we should probably look at that stuff and do something, right?
Exactly.
And if we like it or not, it would be useful information for you who come to our channel in good faith, looking for guidance on what games to potentially put your money in.
Yeah.
And if you put money in games that we think probably aren't for us, and we had the chance to tell you that the potential flaws, and we didn't, I think I'd feel pretty bad about that.
No, yeah, exactly. I think it's more like a service that we do to the board game community. And again,
a change of an ethos a little bit.
And again, it's going to be our opinion. That is, we all get wonky opinions, but we played a few board games at this point in our lives, so we got an idea of what kind of works and what not. All the games that we always try to play at different player counts. We're lucky enough there are partners as well that both loves board games.
Very
so
lucky.
we do a lot of like 4-player games, so we got a good idea. And sometimes the games are not good for a group.
And we've got a good, diverse group of folks in our crew that like. And so if no one likes it, then that's probably something that you should know. And I think it would be useful for you as a viewer to know that. So let's talk about all of the different ways that we could review games, and why we've chosen to move away from our 5-point category, because we could have just kept at the 5-point category.
Yeah, but let's have a chat about
Let's have a chat about that. So Matt, there are lots of different ways that we could have gone, right? We could have gone with like a 10-point scale, which is quite common.
Yeah.
We could have gone with reviewing and scoring games section by section.
Yeah, like gameplay, production, this and that, and giving like a
fun factor or whatever.
I don't know, a score out of 100 or something like
or a 100-point
that.
score or something like that, or a letter grading or something like that. And I think, for me at least, Matt, I don't want to get lost in granularity. I think when we had this discussion, we wanted, if anything...
It was a long discussion.
Yeah, a long discussion. More simplification, because what's the overall aim? The overall aim, I think, is to provide good information.
Yeah, it's going to be at the end, we want you to watch an enjoyable review of the game when we talk about it, and at the end of the day, we tell you, this is for us, this is not for us, or this is for everyone.
Yeah, that's essentially it. And we've basically settled on those 3 broad categories. Because when I was having a chat with Matt and the rest of the guys at Board Stupid HQ, a lot of the games that I own would be basically a 6, a 7, or 8, and I'd recommend those games.
All the time, yeah, of course. Otherwise, you would have not. It's very rare nowadays that we buy a game that we don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
We'll have extensive research about the games. We know who the designer are, what the game looks like, and then you buy the game. It's very rare that you buy a game that you don't research and then it's like, this is rubbish.
Absolutely.
Sometimes happen.
It does happen. It certainly does. Yeah. And those games, I would rate somewhere like a 1 through 5. And would I recommend someone play a 1 through 5? Like if I had a 10-point scale, would I recommend someone play a game that I scored a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No. No. I wouldn't. But I'd recommend you play a 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah.
And if I scored a game of 9 or 10, I'd probably say you should buy that.
Yeah. So that's basically the idea. It's giving a seal of approval that if we finish the design should appear here.
Yeah. This is the Board Stupid Seal of Excellence.
Yep.
So this is for games. It's like a 90s stuff. Do you remember this Nintendo Seal of Quality?
I loved it.
Do you remember the 90s Nintendo Seal of Quality?
Well, if you are
Nintendo games?
If you're around the 40s mark like us, you will remember it.
And that's this. This is the Seal of Quality, our Seal of Excellence. And these games we recommend. This was like our old 5 out of 5.
Yes.
But more.
This is
more than that.
Those are the games that we tell you should go out right now and buy a copy.
Yeah, we think that they represent just great examples of the genre, that they have amazing production values, and they must have excellent rules.
Yes.
The rules must be really great and clear and easy to read and learn, that they provide great replayability, great value in terms of their production. The production should also be excellent. And that they do something either very exciting or otherwise innovative.
All these things all together. Again, it's not gonna be, oh, this game is better than the other. It's like in this genre, in this type of things, is an excellent game, yes or no?
And
it could
this-
be a party game,
Yes,
or it could be
100%.
like a very mega heavy Euro. So that's the big difference.
But yeah, that's entirely the point, Matt. You've made an excellent point. This could be party games, this could be very light games. It's just, does it do all of these things that we've just talked about?
Yeah.
If it does, and we really need to steer away from, we've already talked about it in the weight ratings, the discussion, that on BGG and other types of sort of board game communities, there's a heavy skew towards heavier games.
Yeah.
In terms of thinking that they're the greatest things since sliced bread.
This is gonna be an excellent, because for me, I don't know, something like Just One
Yes.
is a party game. It's a very cheap, small party game, but to me, it gets the seal of excellence because it's in its genre, in its bubble, is an amazing game.
Absolutely, it does exactly what it tries to do in an amazing way, and it does something innovative and interesting and exciting. So, all of that good stuff. So that's the top category.
Yeah, and to be
Awesome. Yeah.
what we need to add is that games will get a seal of excellence just if both of us agree that should have the seal of excellence. So it's gonna be a unanimous decision that we both needs to really like to have that game to have a seal of excellence.
Absolutely. So those are the rules around seal of excellence. The next broad category is just recommended. Board stupid recommended.
Yeah.
And those games, they might have a flaw or two. There could be an issue here or there.
Yeah.
But otherwise they could be solid, good, or very good games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Any of those in that category.
And we during our review videos, we will discuss
those
what level of recommendation is going to be.
It's a strong recommendation or it's a recommendation. Recommended games you don't necessarily have to rush out and buy and be the first in queue.
No.
But you should probably go and play them.
Yeah, exactly.
Those games you should certainly go and play. Why they might be recommended, not seal of excellence, it might be that they could be very expensive or overproduced, for example. Right? There could be really good games, but they might be $200, and we can't recommend you get a seal of excellence on a game like that, I don't think. I mean, they'd have to be really good value for that. Or it might have a couple of sticky rules, or the game might be unusual, or not necessarily for everybody.
Yeah, it could be like, I don't know, a very large number of players game.
Yeah.
Where if you can only play if it's 8 of you. You can't, it's very difficult to get 8 players around the table. That's why it will not get most likely not get the seal of excellence.
It might do.
Might do. Because
might
I'm
not.
thinking about something like Twilight Imperium. Yes, that for me is a seal of excellence, for example. So, but yeah, again, it's gonna be like ad hoc cases depending on the games.
Yeah, but the recommended is quite a broad category. We recommend that you play these games for sure, and it might be for you that you end up buying. Okay?
Yeah.
Clear. Good. And then our final sort of bottom category games is quite simply just, and we've talked about this a couple of times already on this video, I don't know if you've already caught the phrase, but we've said it a few times, and that is, it's just not for us. And that's fine.
Yeah.
It might be for you, but these games we think would have maybe some significant flaws, Matt.
Yeah, it's significant flaws, or the rules are very messy, or I don't know, some of them, the artwork could be that bad that you don't...
the production is very
production
poor.
is really bad.
It could be actually that the game is perfectly sound mechanically.
Yeah.
It's just very uninspiring.
Yeah, it could be. So it's going to be that we do not recommend you to go out and buy that game.
Or go and find this game or spend time,
But again, what we say all the time is, and what we try to do, we'll try all the games.
Yeah.
Then some of them got priority or not. So we want to give you our idea on how we putting all those games in kind of like in a list of which one we want to play first. So yeah, again, they're not recommended. Doesn't mean that the game is bad. It means that it's not a game for us.
Absolutely.
That we found clunky, or we found very uninspiring,
Or just not fun in some ways.
or it's not fun, but then you might find it really fun and
might
having a great
absolutely
time
love
with
that
it.
game.
So yeah, absolutely. So I already know that me and Wayne, we got games that he would not recommend, well, I would give a seal of excellence. And so there's going to be like, this kind of debate, but we'll try. There's going to be games where I give a recommended and Wayne's going to say that it's not doesn't recommend it.
Yeah.
So we will try to have a conversation about why or how I think one thing and you think another.
Absolutely. And with these three broader categories, one of the eventual and hopeful aims is that we come at you with a combined, clear voice, right?
Yeah.
So with the broader categories, it's more likely that me and Matt are probably going to go, this game is not for us as a pair, or this game we recommend as a pair, or this game is excellent as a pair. There will, of course, be the odd scenario where...
exactly.
So in which case, it wouldn't be a not for us, it would be a not for me.
Yeah, that's correct. Not for me. Yeah.
Exactly. And we'll let you know during the reviews if that is the case. So that was our discussion on our board game review approach, how to review a board game.
Yeah.
Because we've had deep debates about this over a beer or two.
Yeah, exactly. And we just want to make you include you guys in this conversation and to tell you what's going to happen from now on when we review games. So we're going to start probably reviewing more games than in the past.
There's going to be way more, basically. Yeah.
And hopefully you're going to enjoy it and you want to hear what we think about it. And just like, and you guys, you tell us, what's your way of reviewing a game, of scoring a game?
Yeah, how do you approach that? Do you have like a 10-point scale, a 100-point scale? Do you think about games from like segment to segment?
Yeah,
in what
good, bad, ugly, or something like
thumbs
that.
up, thumbs down. Is it even simpler?
I like thumbs up,
Is it
thumbs
just
down.
two? It's either yes or no. It's one of those. It'll give it the
the emperor.
Is it the Julius Caesar? Like the Italian flavour. Let us know, how do you rate your games? What do you think of our potential 3-layered scale? And hopefully there's going to be enough nuance in those 3 layers that there's going to be plenty of information for you there. Let us know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, you know what to do. You need to hit the like button, Matt. And what else do they need to do?
Hit the subscribe button, of course. Come on, guys. Let's get those numbers up. Let's get those numbers up.
Do it. Let's raise the roof. Let us know and show us that you care. Check out the rest of our videos and we'll catch you again real soon.
Ciao.